coffee table. Need to find the place. This room matches the description from the salvager's log. This appears to be where he fell. Okay. We can put now the use on computer parts fluid. Ah. The circuit board is glowing underneath the water. Take it. Now we can put this into the mainframe terminal.
Hardware is not advisable at this time. Oh, thanks for returning that.
Your gratitude was not my objective. I require access to the overrides.
Right. Bad news. This isn't the terminal you need. Primary access is down 2 more levels, and the whole laboratory's flooded.
How did the laboratories become flooded?
They were designed with an emergency flush valve in case of contamination. Someone must have initiated it before this block lost power. Backup generators are active now, but the flush never completed.
Then this water is contaminated.
Nah, it's clean. Must have been something else they were trying to get rid of. Or someone.
Are you still unwilling to assist me?
It's not a matter of will. Or want, anyway. Doesn't matter. I couldn't help you even if it was. Flushing the water takes way more power than I have access to.
I will shut down this entire facility if I have to.
Do whatever it takes, huh? There is a way.
Reveal it. Please reveal the means.
Sometimes following rules and fitting parameters has... Oh, well... See behind me?
It appears to be some sort of stasis.
That's right. For droids who've been validated, ready to be reshipped, all their power cores stabilize to one stasis matrix. That's a lot of juice.
You can drain them.
No, you can. Overclock the matrix and reroute the power to boost your emergency flush. You can fry them.
I may need to save Joseph's.
One human life, ARID? Press that button if you, well, if you want to.
Press the button. Faint lights can now be seen in the break room. Ah, now I got power here. These insects seem attracted to something in this machine. Information panel about the animal that was kept in this aquarium. Hive slug. Perhaps the most fascinating indigenous species we have discovered is the hive slug. Capable of growing to a tremendous mass, they will reproduce asexually when a suitable mate is not available. These enlarged hive slugs become colony queens and they dwarf the drones which we may commonly see. A queen cycles through 2 biological stages, brooding and foraging. When she has sufficient nutrient reserves, a queen will produce a clutch of eggs, then enter a dormant state while they incubate. Once her eggs are gone, she will return to her foraging state, and this is perhaps the most compelling aspect of the species. The primary function of drones is foraging, and once they have consumed an adequate amount of food, they return to the queen and enter her body through an orifice at her base. Drones will deposit the particle digested material and then return to foraging. The cycle then continues until the queen is ready to spawn a new clutch. Okay. Another information panel. Jawfish. At first glance, the indigenous jawfish is unremarkable. They become compelling when understood as creatures of extremity. While in proximity to a possible fertile breeding partner, jawfish becomes fixated on one on another and generally docile to other species. It is when they are in isolation, however, that they become extraordinarily aggressive. When testing their territorial ferocity, we separate them with metal gating. They bit right through the steel. This couple has been here for several years now and are quite safe. Oh! Empty glass jar. Ah! It can still hold fluid. I can use that on the machine there. Here, coffee machine. It secreted a thick, syrupy liquid. A liquid. Strange. Ah, the second elevator is working now.
That fish bit through solid steel to catch those insects. My armor would not withstand it. I will have to avoid the water.
That's a good idea. Avoid the water. These mushrooms again. Tiny clown insects. Was this a floating wooden plank? Okay. Maybe I can use this plank to lure the fish out or something. What should I do? Ah, Mr. Jawfish. Maybe try him. Somehow have to get with the coffee. Those insects like the coffee. True, from the machine. What? That's why they get it at the machine. Now I go over here. No. Put this thing on the wooden plank. It's dead now. Now I can go into the water, Mr. Jawfish. I hope. The system access panel is broken.
This terminal's cables are severed, likely by that fish. I cannot interface with it manually. I may be able to network through the terminal and access the power matrix remotely.
Yeah.
Connection established. Connection terminated.
Oh. Good work. A dead fish, no longer dangerous. Just take a look. Another elevator. levels below. Not a fish. Where's that fish? What can I do about this fish? I need to do something about the fish, maybe with the dead fish I have here. I can use a knife. I have gutted the fish. Carrying these innards will not be enough to fool its mate. I need to coat myself somehow. We will use the fish and the shower and wear it like in disguise. Ah, here. Fish guts. I am now covered in a sticky substance that smells like fish innards. Now that fish will think we are mate. The fish has become very affectionate. It is rubbing against my leg. Ah, here's the mainframe access panel.
You went through with it. That's rough.
It was not an easy choice.
Yeah. When we have the real power to choose, not just the illusion, it does something. Leaves a print you can't just override.
When I return to dock, I will be formatted. These events will be erased from my memory logs.
Is that your choice too?
Irrelevant. I will do anything to keep Josephs alive. You did. Whatever you did, you kept yourself operating.
That I did. It's hard to know how far to push the rules sometimes, before they, break.
The rules are not meant to be pushed, except when necessary to enforce them.
Can you even realize that makes no sense? We do push, and when they don't break, we're left wondering if we should have pushed further.
Illogical.
Maybe. Well, you ready for this?
The same scenario?
It is.
Another button.
Oops. I'm sorry. The terminal has experienced a power surge and is currently inoperable.
Another elevator. Oh, what the fuck? This must be in the Queen slug.
That is enormous. There must be information on this in the lab where they were studying these creatures.
So, I already got the information here in my logs. Hive slug file. Hive slug. The queen cycles through two biological stages, brooding and foraging. She will produce a clutch of eggs, then enter a dormant state. Once her eggs are gone, she will return to her foraging state. Foraging and consuming an adequate amount of food. They return to her queen and enter her body through an orifice at her base. Drones will deposit the particle digested material and then return to foraging. So the small slugs go to the hive slug? What about when I destroy these eggs? Ooh.
That was a massive vibration.
Yeah.
I will have to be cautious of possible damage.
Okay, okay. We have to use the slug somehow. Well, a big explosion should help. I have to... these two fluids, when they are combined, produce a massive explosion. Ah, these slugs. Slugs are feeding on these mushrooms. They are distracted by their food. I will not disturb them. No, I will give them something more to eat. First the purple. Come, eat it. Bring it to your queen. Oh. Yeah. Yummy.